People don't value spiritual gold. Hey, what's up? It's Patrick. It's Rose via Fire. And I pray this message reaches who it needs to reach. So let's talk about people don't value spiritual gold. So what do I mean by when I say like people don't value spiritual gold? So I'm gonna give y'all like a story time, you know what I'm saying? So let's say, you know what I'm saying, you tell these people that you found gold. You know what I'm saying? You found the treasure. And you know what I'm saying? You lead them to the treasure. And then they look at the treasure and they be like, where's the gold? You know what I'm saying? And you're looking at them like, bruh, the gold is right here, bruh. And then they looking at you, bruh, like, those are just rocks. Where's the actual gold? Like, I don't see the gold. You know what I'm saying? And this is just like a metaphor for like, people don't value spiritual gold. You gotta understand, like, some people have the vision to whereas they could see spiritual gold. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get into what I mean by like spiritual gold. Like when it comes to like walking with God, and when it comes to Jesus, and when it comes to the things that's relating to heaven, you know what I'm saying? Because even it's like heaven is filled with streets of gold. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, when these people out here is so like worldly minded, bro. These people is so materialistic, worldly minded, bro. They don't value spiritual gold. You know what I'm saying? Like even Jesus said that my kingdom is not of this world. So how is these people gonna value spiritual gold when they don't even have the vision and the eyes to see the spiritual gold? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell you what people see. People, majority of people, bro, they just chasing emotions and thrill. You know what I'm saying? They just trying to feel good. Majority of people, they invest in feeling good, bro. They invest in the flesh. They invest in feeling good. They chasing thrill and emotion. They chasing like all these different feelings and emotions, smoking, drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things that people do is based off of the flesh. It's based off of like, okay, cool, this feels good. That's how I'm gonna live my life. They living basically in the flesh. They living in a lifestyle that's just based off of emotions and feelings. Majority of people, they chase feelings. A lot of people would take a lot of people would literally take something that's poisonous to them as long as it feels good. You know what I'm saying? As a lot of people would smoke cigarettes and like do all these different things, bro, because it's calming their nerves or whatever. It's like people be chasing feelings, bro. I'm telling you, people will invest their time, their money, their effort into feelings and emotions, bro. You know what I'm saying? They chasing the flesh, they chasing the material. But if you was to go up to majority of these people, now I say, I'm not gonna say all of them, because some of them will change, but majority of them, they ain't gonna change. So you walk up to like majority of these people and you're telling them, hey, bruh, God has a plan for you. Like there's this place called heaven. Like, know what I'm saying? Like you show them all these things and like you lead them to the water, but they don't want to drink the water. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't see the gold. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you're leading them to the water and the water is pretty much represents gold. They not gonna drink the water because what you're telling them is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? What you're telling them, even Jesus said, like, my kingdom is not of this world. You're telling them of something that they don't see, bro. They don't see it. They only see the physical. Like, they don't have spiritual vision. So when you lead them to the water, you know what I'm saying? In this example, the water represents the gold. They not gonna receive it. They gonna look at the water, man. There's no gold there. That's just rocks. Like, it's just a regular rock. It's not gold. But when you look at it with your spiritual vision, man, you're gonna see the gold. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see the gold. When they look at the same object, the same material you're looking at, they're gonna just see regular rocks. But when you look at it, you're gonna see the gold. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's only a certain type of people who gonna be able to see what you what you see. Like they gotta be like they gotta have that spiritual vision, bro. And let me tell you something, like people have no interest in spiritual gold. They have no interest in spiritual gold. When you have a strong prayer life, that's spiritual gold. You know what I'm saying? But people would rather, you know what I'm saying, invest in dating all these wrong people. People would date anybody, you know what I'm saying? People will sleep with anybody, sneaky link with anybody, bro. Because they chasing the flesh, bro. They chasing the emotions and thrill. Oh, I'm feeling lonely. Let me go on a dating app. You know what I'm saying? But when you tell them about spiritual gold, when you tell them to spend more time praying to God and this and that, they don't value that. It goes back to what I was saying. You leading them to the gold. Hey, the gold is right here. When they look at it, it's not gold. They're going to just see rocks. So when you're telling them about strengthen your prayer life with God, they going to look at that, they just going to see rocks. When you look at that, you're going to see gold. You see what I'm saying? Even just using your talents for God. Let's say you create a song for God. You created a painting for God. You know what I'm saying? You're using your talents to glorify God. A lot of people, they ain't going to find no value in that. But let somebody use their talent to paint like a worldly cursed celebrity. Let them paint a celebrity. Let them use their talent of painting to paint like one of these satanic celebrities. Oh my gosh, that is so fire. That is so awesome. People find interest in the things of this world, bro. People find interest in the devil. People find interest in devil stuff. You know what I'm saying? People find interest in devil. Bro, I'm gonna keep it real with you. People be finding interest in devil stuff, bro. Demonic stuff. That's what people be finding interest in, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. These people, bro, they do not find interest in Jesus. They do not find interest in the spiritual things of God. They find interest in smoking, drinking, sleeping around with all these different people. HIV, bro, HIV is like an all-time high right now. It's like damn near like a pandemic of HIV. Because that's what people be chasing for real. People be chasing emotions and feelings. Oh, I'm lonely. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. They be acting on emotion. That's how majority of people live. They act off of emotion. But when you tell them to chase God's plan for their life, God's plan for your life is not emotions. Know what I'm saying? See, that's when a lot of people log out the chat. They live the conversation is because they don't value that for real. And let me tell you something. People will talk. People will be like, oh man, God first in my bio. Oh, God this, God that. Oh, God is good. Oh my gosh. They will sing like a few gospel songs. They go to church on a pagan Sunday. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people still don't value spiritual gold. You know what I'm saying? They are sing one gospel song, then go right back to the world. They are go to church on pagan Sunday, then go right back to the world. Man, we're living in a time where church is a joke. Have y'all noticed? We're living in a time where church is a joke. Oh, let me try another church. Let me try that, bruh. If God called you to just leave church behind in religion, bro, listen what God's saying, bro. Stop trying to be like, oh, maybe I can find another church, another religious church. You just moving from one religious church to another religious church to another religious church, man. No, I'm saying majority of these churches, bro, is a joke, bro. These preachers, man, like, come on, this stuff is a joke. Everybody know. You ain't gonna learn no nothing, bro. They watering down the truth. Man, they ain't speaking nothing. The real followers of God in the Bible was not church goers, man. And shout out to Yario for speaking on that. Man, like, come on, bro. These people be giving so many, people be seeing red flag within red flag within red flag within Christianity. They seeing all these red flags in Christianity. They seeing all these red flags in all these churches. But yet they holding on, they holding on to that stuff, bruh. The Holy Spirit is convicting them, hey, bruh, you could follow me and you could follow my plan for your life without these churches, without these religions. But guess what? They so far gone behind that religious mindset for real. Know what I'm saying? But people don't value spiritual gold, bro. Like, let me tell you something. You could literally host a class to whereas you explaining to them, this is gold, bruh. Bruh, this is gold. Like, this is why this is gold. Bruh, I'm telling you, this is gold. You could go on and on for hours. You could teach them for years that this is gold. And let me tell you something. If people they don't have it within their heart to believe that that's gold that you're trying to show them, they still not gonna believe it. Know what I'm saying? Because they was not ordained by God to just see it, bro. They don't have the vision, bro. You ever wonder, maybe the reason why you could see the gold is because you have the vision to see the gold, bro. Know what I'm saying? You have the vision for it, bro. You could see the gold because God anointed your eyes and opened your eyes to be able to see the gold. They not supposed to see the gold, bro. You know what I'm saying? They not supposed to see the kingdom of heaven. They not supposed to see it because maybe they don't care, bro. Know what I'm saying? Some people, they don't care. You would tell them the truth. You would tell them about Jesus. You would tell them about God. Man, you would tell them the truth about hell, heaven, angels. They don't care, bro. Their mind is so grounded in the materialistic world, bro. They so worldly minded to whereas they never want to give that up. It's like they sold their soul to just being worldly minded, bro. Majority of people, bro, they sold their soul to being worldly minded, chasing their flesh, chasing emotion, chasing feelings, bro. They will never see the spiritual gold. Not because the spiritual gold doesn't exist, it's because they don't want to see it, bro. The reason why they don't see the spiritual gold is because they don't want to see the spiritual gold, bro. You know what I'm saying? Majority of people, they reject it. They reject God. They reject anything that God is trying to show them. So that's why they don't see it. It's not that God don't want to save these people. It's not God's fault. It's these people's fault. They don't want God. Know what I'm saying? God can't force himself onto these people, bruh. So that's basically what I wanted to say, bruh. People do not value spiritual gold, bruh. Do not let these people fool you, bro. These people is worldly minded, bro. These people do not value spiritual gold. These people is not able to see spiritual gold. You will lead them to the water. They not going to drink the water. You know what I'm saying? Or they might drink just a little bit of the water. They going to be like, man, this water is not really gold for real. They go right back to the world drinking from the devil's well. They go right back to the world drinking from that worldly, nasty water of the world, bro. Why do they do that? Hey, bro, it is what it is, bro. Who knows, bro? It is what it is, bro. You feel what I mean? But that's basically everything I wanted to say, bro. Peace.